Fingerstyle Thursday. Hello, hello, hello. Today we're mainly talking about hammer-ons and pull-offs. And quite a lot of left-hand muting. How that can add a percussive element without us having to think about drumming and our hands going everywhere. It's very fun and it's very tough, but hey, number 7's always a problem, so that'll be good. You might notice that my middle finger is fucked at the moment, unfortunately. So I'm only using these two children. For you, carry on please using the middle finger for the first string. If you don't do that anyway, it doesn't matter. But for me, it's always thumb, thumb, index, middle. That's what I would be using on this exercise if I could, but I have to use my index instead. So if you want to use your middle finger, use it. If you just want to use your thumb and your index, use them too. It's a free country. Right, let's get on with it. Okay, let's talk about what's going on in the left hand first of all. Now, it's really, the groove is based around an E flat major 7 chord, an F chord, and a G chord. Now, the E flat major 7 and the F both involve barring. Okay, so always for barring, if you're familiar with barring, it's basically your finger has to look like a capo, your finger and your thumb. That's how they want to look. You're essentially doing a capo's job of pushing down the strings, so you want to look exactly like a capo. So for the E flat major 7, we're barring 4 string is open and then 3, 3, 3. So you want to make sure those notes are nice and clear, otherwise that hammer on with the ring finger will be hard work. And that's where we're doing that hammer on, okay? Hammering on to the 5th fret first string. And then the F is the same. You want to basically make sure that 5 is nice and clean, and then you can add your pinky on the 8 on the first string. So for the E flat again, 0, 3, 3, 3, but you hammer on with your ring finger to the first string, 5th fret. And then if we basically move up 2 frets, the bar, and then put your pinky on the 8th fret, and that's going to be a pull off. Okay, so that one's a pull off. So you want to practice just strumming your E flat major 7 and getting that hammer on. Nice and even as well. You don't want to go too fast for your hammer-ons. 1 E, 1 E. And same with your pull off. 1 E, 1 E. And then finally we have a G chord, but I'm technically making it a G sus 4. Yes, G sus 4, by adding my pinky to the 3rd fret first string. So that's another pull off with your pinky. I do hate you today. I'm just mad about my finger. Practice those. Okay, when you're happy with your hammer-ons, your pull-offs on those chords, we need to add some fingerstyle. Okay, so for the E flat, we're pinching 1 and 3, and then you having that hammer-on the ring finger. And technically all these are 16th notes, so it feels like 1 E. 1 E and 2 E and. So what we're going to do here, we're hammering 1 and 3, then you need to pluck 3, 2, 4, 1. Pluck, hammer, 3, 2, 4, 1, and you'll get 1 more 4. There we go. So for our F, it's almost the opposite. We pull off. That's a good pull off. But we get 1 extra note on the 2nd string. So you pull off 1 and 3, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. Right, let's run through those 2 patterns again, okay? So the E flat, we pinch, hammer, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4. We then move up, pinch, pull off, 3, 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. So if I put them together, they're consistent 16th notes. Take that slow, practice that lots. So for the G chord, we're actually going to strum, and again, remember you got your pinky on the 3rd fret. So we're going to strum, and basically it's the same pattern as the F add 9. So because it's the pull-off pattern. Pull off 3, 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. Strum, pull off 3, 2, 4, 1, 4, 2. And then we finish with a 3, 2, 4, 1. And you stop there. So if we run through the E flat, the F and the G, which is essentially the first line before the beat kicks in. For the E flat and the F, we've already gone over it. Now the last note is an 8th note on the F, which means you have time to get to the G. And try and shut that up instantly. You can just use your right hand to pop over there. So slowly that first line again. On the sheet, there's a nice little repeat there. Take that slow, play it twice. You got it. Right, let's talk about the left hand muting. Now on the tab, that looks like all your crosses. If you met it before, easy. If you have not, let's talk about it. Now basically, it's a percussive sound and it involves you putting your fingers on the fretboard, but absolutely applying no pressure. See? And for me, on the right hand, I always use an index finger nail to strum down, and then I still use my index finger pad to strum up. But I always use the nail because I think it makes a more percussive sound for that kind of strumming. So just focus, put your fingers on the fretboard. No pressure whatsoever. If you're getting too much pressure, you need absolutely no pressure whatsoever. You can just feel the strings. And then try strumming down with your index finger nail. You might already strum like this anyway, because usually I strum with my thumb. So for percussive reasons, that just sounds better. Let's see how it fits in the song. Right, so when it comes to putting the groove in the song, we're starting off with our same chords and almost the same finger picking pattern, just less of it. So I'm at E flat major 7, I'm going to pinch 1 and 3, hammer, pluck 3, 2, and then actually the first mute, I'm going to chuck, and that's because chucking requires no silencing of the left hand. So that means I can get away with still having the chord, and then basically on the upstroke, then I can move my fingers to mute. It gives me just one extra little beat to get in position. So that's our E flat. Pinch, 3, 2, chuck, up, down. And then for our F, it's pull off, 3, 2, 4, chuck, up, down, up. And again, start with the chuck, chuck, up, down, up. Left hand can stay. Okay, so if we slowly do that. Now, one big thing about left hand muting that you should really get used to is the ability to move your left hand to wherever you're going. Okay, so between the chord changes, I'm moving. So that will save your ass, okay? The G pattern, by the way, is exactly the same as the, but over a G chord. So we pinch, 3, 2, chuck, pinch, 3, 2, 4, chuck, up, up. For the G chord, I'm just getting my thumb round just to mute that string as well. And that's all I've got to do. So let's do that slowly towards the G, okay? Chuck, mute, mute. Chuck, mute, mute, mute. See how I went from there? Still, my fingers are lightly touching the strings, but I'm in a G chord now. So there we pinch, 3, 2, chuck, mute, mute, pinch, 3, 2, me in there for the repeat. Right, at that point, we need to come all the way up here. We have this G chord, 7, 7, 10, up strum, G7, B flat, which is the G chord on the 5th fret. And then from there, we come to this F add 9. So basically from your B flat, your index finger can stay exactly where it is, but just move your middle finger to the 2nd string. So I've got 0, 5, 5, 0. So if I put that with that ending, with the G chord, and again, you'll see I'm using those mutes as traveling time. Up, 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 up. I'm choosing to strum all those up with my index because they're on the offbeat, and that for me feels more natural. We then go around exactly the same. So if we play that beat section all together, slowly. Then hit the repeat. And then we need second ending, which is basically just going up to our G chord. One strum, finished. There we go. Right, this one took some extra explaining today. Maybe a bit difficult, but have fun.